Future Mai. Future Mai is the one of the tritagonists of the Future Trunks saga. She is the leader of the resistance against Goku Black and one of Future Trunks' closest allies. Mai assists Trunks and the others throughout the entire story arc. In the end, fused Zamasu had merged with the multiverse itself, causing Future Zeno to erase it. She is one of the 3 survivors and now lives in the new future timeline where another Future Mai exists thanks to Whis warning future Beerus of Zamasu's Project Zero Mortals. Mai is the futuristic counterpart of Mai in Trunks' timeline. Personality. Unlike her present counterpart, Mai is much more kind-hearted, as she selflessly offers both Trunks and a cat a can of food, putting them before herself. She has a good relationship with Trunks and had risked her life for him to travel into the past, while she held off Goku Black. Mai cares deeply for the lives of the people she saves from Goku Black. She is also very courageous and has a sense of perseverance, as she leads her troops in their several battles against him, despite their failed attempts. After the bodiless Zamasu exterminates the Earthlings, Mai becomes distraught and shoots at him continuously until running out of bullets. When she and Trunks learned of Whis altering the future timeline for them, she becomes excited to see the friends she fought alongside with again. She genuinely cares for Trunks, having an unconditional belief that he is the final hope for their future. Whenever a topic is brought up of her relationship with Trunks, the two will deny it while blushing. Appearance. Mai has pale skin with long, black hair and wide, matching black eyes. She wears a long, blue overcoat, tied with a brown belt buckle that has a Dragon Ball designed onto the arm similar to of her present counterpart. She also wears black gloves, a green knit cap, and black boots. Due to the state of the future, her outfit and skin are relatively scuffed. Background. Mai shared the same past events with her present counterpart before Trunks used Time Machine to travel to the past. At some point in the future, the Pilaf gang gathered the Dragon Balls and summoned Shinron to wish for youth. Their timing was during the androids' attack on Earth, however, and the death of Piccolo rendered them inert from that point on. Their wish turned them into infants. The trio planned to escape as Mai looked at baby Trunks in the eyes. Many years later, Goku Black invaded the future, where he wiped out most of humanity in his initial attacks. Mai, now an adult, led one of Resistance cells to continue the fight. She met Trunks and they eventually collaborated to corner Black, leading him into an area full of explosives. When the plan proved ineffective, Trunks stepped in to confront Black, but was easily defeated. With Trunks had no match for Black, Mai distracted Black with a flare gun and rescued Trunks. She took him home and tended his wounds. Dragon Ball Z, Revival of F. Mai saved Trunks from Black by throwing a stun grenade at him. After Mai and Trunks got away, Trunks thanked Mai for saving him, but Mai said that if he died, no one else could save them. Dragon Ball Super. Future Trunks Arc. When Goku Black first attacked, the majority of the population was destroyed. The survivors hid in underground bases and continued fighting by forming an organized resistance force. One of the persons at the center of the force is Mai. During the attacks, the casualties of the resistance force kept on increasing. Future Trunks with Mai and the others tried to somehow corner Black, but they failed. Future Trunks almost loses hope, but Mai encourages it. She said, "You can't blame yourself, you continue to fight against Black. And that's why the rest of us don't give up either." After Bulma gets killed, she was seen in a building room with several supplies with Trunks. When she asks where Bulma was, she was saddened to learn that she had been killed by Black. She is then with Trunks in her room and asks if he wants to rest for a while, yet he insists that he is fine. Mai then offers him a can of meat, to which he eats, and then gives some food to the cat who appeared with them. Trunks offers her some of the food, to which she refuses at first, but then realizing her own hunger takes the food and eats the remainder of it. They then leave and prepare to go to Capsule Corporation. When they are near Capsule Corporation, she asks Trunks if he can sense Black's ki, to which he says he cannot. As they are prepared to enter the building, she along with Trunks see Black appearing. Trunks tells her to stay yet she refuses. Mai then tells Trunks she will be a decoy and shoots energy waves through her weapon at Black, to no avail. She is presumably killed by Black in an attempt to help Trunks escape, however it is soon shown that she was merely unconscious after Black's attack. Black then proceeds to attack the base of the resistance. Future Mai is present at the time of the assault and explains to the soldiers that Future Trunks has gone to the past for reinforcements. Following Future Trunks' return to the future, he is reunited with Mai, who he is relieved to find alive and begins to sob as he recalls believing that she had died while in the past. Visibly touched by the gesture, Mai tells him it is not a male's place to cry and welcomes him back. She briefs Future Trunks on what has happened, including the casualties caused by Black in Future Trunks' absence, lamenting that she was unable to protect them, though she is consoled by Goku and Future Trunks. As Goku, Vegeta and Future Trunks prepare to confront Goku Black, she thanks Vegeta for feeding the survivors before he denies Future Trunks the opportunity to fight Black, citing what both he and Goku believe is Future Trunks' romantic relationship with Mai, both Future Trunks and Mai denying it. Mai waves a farewell to the three as they depart, saying she and the rest of the resistance will be waiting for them. She later watches the fight through binoculars of Goku and Future Trunks against Goku Black and Future Zamasu, and gets very concerned when Trunks jumps in the battle. After the three Scions are defeated, Mai and the members of the resistance shoot tear gas at Black and Zamasu, allowing her to rescue Vegeta while Goku and Future Trunks were saved by Future Yajirobe. She then pulls out the time machine from Trunks' pocket and sends the three Scions back to the past, much to Trunks' chagrin. Future Mai decides to stay in the future in order to protect the civilians and thinks to herself that Trunks needs to survive no matter what happens. She later returns along with Future Yajirobe to the Resistance's base. When Haru and Maki asked her where Trunks was, she told them that he went somewhere far away but will eventually return. Members of the Resistance approached her wondering what they will do since Goku and Vegeta have lost. Mai begins desperately to inspire soldiers, telling them that they must survive and wait. Later, she watches the weak soldiers and the civilians' weakened state and wonders how longer they will hold out. Suddenly, Maki and Haru approach Mai with dumplings, telling her they got it from Future Yajirobe. She is persuaded to eat one of them. She then begins to think that even by herself she must protect their smiles. After Goku, Vegeta, Future Trunks and Bulma return to the future, a member of the Resistance approaches, telling them Future Mai's life is in danger and that she was critically injured while holding Black to allow people to escape. Trunks gives a senzu bean to Mai in a CPR fashion and kisses her so it would go down her throat. Mai immediately regains consciousness and feels relieved that Trunks and the group have returned. Goku then comments that he has never given someone a senzu bean mouth to mouth, which Vegeta misunderstands and thinks he is talking about kissing. She meets Bulma and the two exchange pleasantries while giving Mai the necessary supplies for her and the Resistance. Suddenly, the trio senses Black's and Future Zamasu's ki and heads once again to confront them. Feeling concerned about Trunks' safety, Bulma reassures her everything is going to be fine. She later watches the clash between the Scions and their enemies, and she along with Bulma were very surprised to learn that Goku Black is actually Zamasu, who used the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku and killed him in the process. She watches the fight between the Scions and the two incarnations of Zamasu, along with Bulma and Future Yajirobe. She later witnessed and surprised Trunks' new never-seen-before Super Saiyan form triggered after being told that he is ultimately the one responsible for their Project Zero Mortals. After Trunks holds Black and Zamasu back so Vegeta, Goku and Bulma can return to the past in order to figure out a plan to defeat the two, Vegeta gives Mai the senzu beans entrusting her to look after Trunks. Eventually, Trunks is defeated and Mai takes Trunks back to the Resistance's base. After tending his injuries, Mai and the rest of the Resistance discovers Black and Zamasu's hideout and decide to raid it without relying on Trunks, as she kept blaming herself that she is the reason he is getting hurt. Mai attempts to snipe Black with a magical bullet that has a much powerful force than a normal bullet given to her by Future Bulma before she died, but with no avail as the bullet managed only to knock Black down. However, she might have missed and hit Black's earring as it was seen shaking from the blast after he was knocked down. Black and Zamasu immediately fired a combined energy ball at their location. Trunks arrives in time, deflecting the energy ball and saving Mai in the process. Mai apologizes to Trunks and the latter told her to retreat as he is preparing himself to face the duo. During the fight between Trunks and Zamasu, after the former beat Black, Mai arrives once again to help Trunks and shoots at the rogue Kaioshin, but it had no effect. Mai and her troops evaded Zamasu's Ki Blast's attacks. After Trunks has been defeated once again, Mai quickly gives him a senzu bean, and the two of them meet up with Bulma, who has returned to the future again along with Goku and Vegeta. Bulma informed them of their plan to seal their enemies with the evil containment wave inside the jar. She asks Trunks to help her repair the jar that has been destroyed by Black's attack along with the time machine, since he was good at solving puzzles using a super glue, much to his surprise. Later, she informs Trunks and Bulma that Future Zamasu is coming towards their direction. Bulma suggests to use the evil containment wave to seal him. Eventually, Future Trunks succeeds in sealing Zamasu inside the vase, but the seal couldn't be completed as Goku forgot the talisman. The three of them struggled to hold out the vase to prevent Zamasu from escaping, but to no avail as Zamasu gets out barely breathing. Mai along with Goku, Vegeta, Trunks and Bulma had witnessed the fusion of Goku Black and Future Zamasu, fused Zamasu. Trunks then takes Mai and Bulma to a safe location away from the battlefield. Mai gives the two remaining senzu beans to Trunks, wishing him good luck. She then helps Bulma in evacuating the survivors to her capsule garage. After the time machine is repaired, Bulma and Mai use it to transport themselves to the battlefield. Mai gives Trunks his broken sword, which was retrieved by Maki. Trunks, thinking of Haru and Maki who have trust in him, enhances his sword with his ki and heads to confront Fusion Zamasu once again. Afterwards, Future Mai along with the rest of the Earthlings share their energy with Trunks, enhancing his ki sword further, which was able to slice Fusion Zamasu in half, destroying his body in the process. Mai runs over to Trunks and tearfully congratulates him for his victory, but their happiness is short-lived as Zamasu's essence and bodiless state start to cover the entire Earth and eventually the entire universe in the alternate timeline, with many of his silhouettes surround it. The bodiless Zamasu fires many ki blasts at the remaining mortals, killing every last one of them with the exception of herself, Goku, Vegeta, Future Trunks, Bulma, Shin, and Gaosu. Overcome with grief over the deaths of the human population, Mai angrily uses her shotgun, firing several ki blasts at the bodiless Zamasu until Trunks stops her from doing more. She then falls to her knees crying in despair, with Trunks consoling her. As a last resort to eliminate Zamasu, Goku uses the button that Zeno gave him during their last meeting. Future Zeno instantly appears. After seeing the state of the world due to the actions of Zamasu, Zeno instantly destroys Zamasu along with at least all of Universe 7, but possibly the entire multiverse in that timeline, with Goku and the others using the time machine to escape to the past in the nick of time, thus ending the threat of the Zero Mortals plan, but at the cost of the future timeline. Eventually, Goku and the others return to the past, with Future Mai meeting her past self and Kid Trunks. Future Mai and Future Trunks become distraught as their own world is totally annihilated. Beerus and Whis arrive, and the latter explains that the two can return to a different timeline before Goku Black and Future Zamasu can start their plan, with Whis convinced that he'll make sure to convince the Beerus of that timeline to take care of the soon-to-be rogue Supreme Kai, thus preventing the same history from repeating itself again. However, Mai and Trunks will find themselves in a timeline with their counterparts residing there as well. Mai and Trunks accepts it as she wanted to live with everyone she fought alongside with. The day after, Future Mai is given new clothes and supplies from Bulma. Future Mai and Future Trunks bid farewell to everyone including Vegeta and Gohan, with the two of them ready to start a new life in the new alternate timeline they are going to settle in with the time machine, looking forward for the opportunity to meet everyone in the past once again. Power. Mai is as strong as the average human, though it would appear the conditions she is forced to live in may have hardened her a bit. To compensate, she carries key projectile weapons, such as the pump-action shotgun commonly seen on her, and a rifle firing a special high-powered energy bullet that Mai called Bulma's parting gift. Unfortunately, her efforts are almost always in vain when compared to the immense power that Goku Black and Future Zamasu possess. As a former operative of the Pilaf gang, Future Mai relies primarily on military tactics and weaponry to fight, as well as relying on coordinated assaults with Future Trunks and/or the Earth's resistance. If you want to support me, check out my Patreon at https://www.patreon.com/Kaioshin. I tend to polls that decide important plot stuff in my P at Trian. Many thanks to my awesome patrons. Ben Phillips.
If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later, bye bye.